Greetings, everybody, from Spanish Fork High School. Tonight, the Spanish Fork Dons taking on the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles, another team from Spanish Fork, and the national anthem will be taken care of now. Things set to heat up here at La Hacienda Numero Dos. Chris Hurst and Alan Huff with you for this one tonight. The Maple Mountain Golden Eagles here at Spanish Fork High School, and as we take a quick look at some of the region standings, also the RPIs as the teams are introduced on the floor. First of all, the RPI rankings, you see them there. Make note, 24 teams will be getting into the state tournament, and that's where they stand. Spanish Fork currently at 17, Maple Mountain at 19. So, Chris, you're kind of a little bit closer to the bubble than you'd like to be, but you're still in pretty good shape. Both of these teams are going to have pretty solid ends to their season, however.
Yeah, and there's the possibility that everybody from this region makes it as well. But there is 30 teams, so there is plenty of room to fall if you get on a big losing streak, especially if you lose to Wasatch, Salem Hills, Cedar Valley, some of these other teams that don't have the best records. That'll hurt your RPI in a hurry.
Let's take a quick look at the records right before we go to the Triple T keys of the game. The records currently as they stand, Orem, of course, leading the way at 5-0, Spanish at 3-2. They're at number 4, Maple Mountain at 1-4. So the Eagles coming in, they're going to want to make some noise and beat this Spanish Fork team, maybe overtake them in the RPI poll.
Yeah, they'll want to do that and also get another game back on them on the region standings here. Spanish Fork, though, 3-2. They've played well in region. Their only losses have been to those top 3 teams, and there's definitely a big divide between Orem, Timpview, Springville, and the rest of the region.
Triple T Heating and Cooling will take us to our keys of the game for tonight, Chris. And you go ahead and do your explaining here.
Yeah, so I think whatever team controls the tempo tonight's going to have a good shot at winning this. If you can score from the perimeter, hit those threes, and then obviously if a team's able to have a big turnover margin and turn that into points, they'll be able to win this game, and that's our Triple T Heating, Cooling, and electrical keys to the game.
Yeah, so we talk about all of those sponsors, and we want to thank each and every one of them. If we want to throw them up there real quick, we'll go further into depth with each of our sponsors, but there they are. And, of course, we want to thank them for helping us bring tonight's game to you. So things are getting set to heat up here. The bleachers are pretty full tonight, Chris. Of course, the student section wavering a little bit. The Maple Mountain brought a pretty decent crowd along with them, and it should be a pretty loud one tonight.
Yeah, the track's full.
Yeah, everybody's packed up around the track, and the way this gym's set up, right above all the bleachers is where the track goes around. Goes into an adjoining gym. We're in the red, aren't we? And the other's a gray.
But parents and family members outnumber the students probably like 3-1 in the stands, to your point.
Elijah Lydiard unable to connect on the first layup, and then the first three is missed. Cole Erickson kicks it over to the right side. Back to Lydiard. The ball goes out of bounds right back to the Eagles. So Solomon Cromanhook out there along with Lydiard, and Cole Erickson is some of the starters for the Eagles. A 3-ball knockdown right there by number 13, Nash Jackson, who's also starting tonight's game. And
a pretty good look by Jackson there in the corner.
Zach Allen also a starter for the Eagles. The Dons going with their typical 5. Ben Clayson has the ball out front. He's joined by Gage Christensen, Brock Jacobson, Andy Hernandez, and Caleb Cabrera.
The Spanish Fort's going to have to hurry.
Hernandez on the offensive foul.
The Spanish Fort used up most of the shot clock there and then gets that push off, so that's not the way they wanted to start off the game offensively, but give Maple Mountain credit with that defense that had no holes in it. With that man-to-man defense they were playing. Both teams playing man. Not a real height advantage this week like we've seen in previous weeks. Both teams probably on the more normal average size of height.
3-ball on its way and dropped by Nash Jackson, giving the Eagles the first bucket of the game, or the second, excuse me.
And Jackson makes that look easy.
Layup good. Cabrera with the first bucket for the Dons.
And Cabrera averaging almost 11 a game for the Dons. Gets his first bucket.
Jackson out front. Got to keep an eye on him. Started off hot. A 3-ball on its way. No good. Attempted by Allen. Here come the Dons. Right side. Christensen goes to Jacobson to the base. Puts it up. Count it. He's fouled. Brock Jacobson. His first bucket of the game, and he's looking to bring the game back to within 1.
And Allen picks up the foul there, but great finish by Jacobson, using his strength to push through that.
So Jacobson to attempt the free throw here. On its way, got it. 6-5 the lead for Maple Mountain.
And Maple Mountain hit the first 6. Spanish Fork answers with 5 of their own.
Right side, working it over to Cole Erickson. Erickson a couple dribbles, kicks it back out.
And both teams probably need to do a little bit more on-ball screens. They're doing them off the ball, but nobody's really taking advantage of that.
Erickson unable to connect. Christensen drains the 3. Gage Christensen, who had the most quiet of his game of his entire 2024-25 season, with 0 last week, knocks down the first 3 for the Dons. And a nice layup on the other side for Nash Jackson.
And Nash Jackson just really splits the defenders there and goes up strong. But Christensen, the play before, man, he's not afraid to pull the trigger.
No, he had some distance on that one for sure. Cabrera holds, kicks it out to Clayson. Back to Gage. Works up the top of the key, spins, moves, takes the left-hand shot, don't connect.
I think he tried to bake that one in, and Christensen just a little hard that time.
Curlman hook to Erickson. Looking low. Back out. 3-ball on its way. Not connected by Cromanhook. And well fought for the Dons.
I'm surprised they didn't call a jump ball there between Nash and Jacobson. They let him play it out.
Clayson. Fake a 3. Go to Hernandez on the base. Andy caught in the key. Back out. Dons will reset with 18 on the clock, and we got a foul against Maple Mountain. That'll go against Zach Allen, his first.
Second team foul for
that's his second.
Maple Mountain.
That's his second as well.
That is his second.
So he'll quickly come out of the game. Checking in for him will be Cooper Day. Hernandez out front. Cabrera. Back to Andy, shot up. They're going to call him on a charge. That'll be his second.
That was a good look. The defender just snuck in there, got good possession, or between the Hernandez and the hoop there and draws the charge. But that was a good look, good pass. Just a little bit better defense. Makes you wonder if they should have that restricted area in high school, because it looked like the defender was really would have been in
deep,
that.
Definitely. Into the ball game for Spanish Fort. Jake Johnson, number 21. He'll work down low for the Dons. 3 ball on its way, no good, and a rebound underneath. Kick it back out. Maple will reset.
Pretty good rebound by Day there for Maple Mountain to keep this going, but Spanish Fort's got to do a better job of getting to the boards there.
3 ball from the corner on its way, and good. Nice shot there by Solomon Cromanhook. And that is the third 3 of the game for Maple Mountain. It's 11-8.
Yeah, 3 out of their 4 buckets coming from behind the arc. They're playing the analytics game.
Christensen, catch and shoot, got it. Christensen with 5.
And Maple Mountain's got to do a better job of getting in Christensen's face and making sure he doesn't have any breathing room.
We've got a foul down low against Spanish Fork.
Maybe get Clayson there with the push.
They gave it to Ben Clayson. That's number 1 for him. And into the game for Maple Mountain is Ty Evans. Maple Mountain, of course, tonight wearing the black, the Dons in their home whites. Interesting last week seeing Spanish Fork wear those home white and black uniforms. And tonight they're going white and red. 3 ball on its way from Christensen, can't connect, and that should go to the Eagles, and it will after Cabrera knocks it out of bounds.
Yeah. Shows you how far we've come as a society when you can have 2 home jerseys as a school, or how much fees the kids have to pay. I don't know how it works.
Into the ball game for Spanish Fort is Peyton Webster. Jacobson hits the bench. 11-10 Maple lead. 2.5 remaining in the first. Trapped in the corner and throws it back out, but it looks to me like the Dons will get. No, he won't. Cabrera couldn't catch up to it, and it'll go back to the Eagles.
He's holding his knee. Hopefully it's just a little bit of court
bonk.
Yeah.
The court bonk.
Court bonk, or maybe just skin some of his knee on that wooden floor.
He's not feeling very good.
But Cabrera, good idea to chase after it, but I think if he doesn't touch it, it's probably out on Maple Mountain, or if Maple Mountain gets to it, it's over and back there. So unless hopefully he's all right, because that'd be a big loss for Spanish Fork, and obviously you don't want to see anybody hurt.
It looks to me like it might have been just one of those. Well, I don't know.
He's limping pretty good, and he doesn't have exactly
a whole lot of weight on that leg. It's like the right one. Nevertheless, that'll bring Evan Stewart into the game off the bench for Spanish Fork. And they will go ahead and take Cabrera to the
there's a little training room around the corner.
Right around the corner there, yeah. Check him out in there. But so the Dons, with their 2 biggest players, 2 tallest players.
Probably their 2 leading rebounders.
Yeah, one in foul trouble. The other one headed to the training room. Hopefully he'll be able to get back in here for Spanish Fork, of course. 11-10. Eagles are back underway. 2:14 remaining.
Maple shot clock violation. They didn't reset the shot clock, and Maple Mountain was not aware of it. They never changed really possession.
No.
Caught me off guard too.
Yeah. I was like, well, what was that?
Is that not the end of the quarter?
Christensen on the right-hand corner. Oh, he makes a nice move to free himself, but then the ball gets tipped and off of
Johnson.
Yeah, it was off Johnson, out of bounds back to the Eagles.
Yeah, that was a weird angle that ball took off the backboard and just bounced off Johnson's leg.
That took a strange hop there.
Johnson, the junior.
Yep.
Unfortunately for him, he was on my Little League soccer team too many times probably, but
Solomon Kromenhoek with a solid shot there for the Eagles. It's 5 for him, and now a 13-10 game in favor of Maple Mountain. Johnson trying to find some position, cannot, goes back out to Clayson, a rebound to the Eagles.
It was a good two-man game. Clayson just unable to connect.
A bump and a foul against Spanish Fork with 1:06 left. That will go against Christensen, his first. Jacobson into the ball game for the Dons, and he will take the spot of Clayson.
And Spanish Fork's got to do a little bit better job of covering that corner three. I think Maple Mountain's found some openings there, and wow, what a great screen there.
The bigs are away, so Britton Richmond will play. 15-10, Eagles.
And Richmond's not one of the prolific scorers. He gets his season average basically with that bucket.
Jacobson right side. Webster has to kick it back out to Brock. Has an open look at three this time. Got it, Brock Jacobson.
I think it was on a frozen rope and finds its way home. Great inside out movement by the Dons. Once again, they've been doing a good job of that. Both teams have in this ball game.
6 points for Jacobson. It's a 15-13 Maple Mountain lead.
This feels like one of those games that'll probably come down to the last bucket, similar to the win Spanish Fork had at Maple Mountain.
And don't think Maple does not want to exact a revenge on Spanish Fork tonight. 2 on the clock, let it go, misses, and that will end the first period of play. 13 Spanish Fork, 15 Maple Mountain. We'll be back in just a moment.
MVP Sports knows how you roll. You name the sport and we've got you covered. MVP Sports has all the gear you need to perform at your best. Come see our new location just off 900 North Main Street. You are the MVP at MVP Sports.
Hi, I'm Mike McKell.
I'm Shani Hunter, and we're attorneys at Utah Legal Team.
Utah Legal Team was voted one of the state's top personal injury law firms.
We deliver bigger payouts and faster results.
If you've been injured in a car accident, we can help. Call us for a free consultation.
Back at Spanish Fork High School, crosstown rivalry, Maple Mountain versus Spanish Fork. Currently a 15-13 lead for the maroon team, the Maple Mountain Eagles. I guess we should say team wearing black tonight. Spanish Fork had a solid first quarter from Brock Jacobson and Gage Christensen. Jacobson with 6, Christensen with 5, and then on the Maple Mountain side, Kromenhoek with 5 and Jackson with 5. Nevertheless, the ball will be Spanish Fork's to begin the second quarter.
And Spanish Forks has a little bit of an issue down low with Hernandez in foul trouble and Cabrera going to the locker room early in this ball game.
And Cabrera has not come back out to the bench. Webster can't connect, and a rebound to the Eagles. Here comes Erickson. Out front, they work right side to Tice Evans, and the ball out of bounds back to the Eagles.
A great hands by Stewart there for Spanish Fork. Evans Stewart with his long arm there.
Yeah, he got his arm in there and disrupted. Better hurry. And they busted him, didn't they? Was that 5-second violation on Cole Erickson? We'll give the ball right back to the Dons.
Seemed like a fast 5, but you got to get rid of that ball in time.
So Clayson in possession for Spanish Fork.
And
the Dons are without their leading scorer right now, Christensen.
Several lead changes in this game. Spanish Fork can take the lead here with a 3 or tie it up with a 2.
Kind of what we expected out of this game coming in. Both of them on paper pretty even. Neither team really outsizes the other one by a whole lot. So it should be an interesting one as this one goes on. 2-point Maple Mountain lead.
And it almost feels like whoever can shoot the higher percentage from three is going to win. But great defense by Johnson there as he's able to take it away. And Jacobson also helped out.
Yeah, Jacobson and Johnson teaming up on that turnover. Down to the baseline and kicking out to Stewart. Was Webster and Stewart in possession. They work it back around the perimeter.
Don's look out of sync. Reset here. Hopefully it looks a little bit better as they go the second round on this possession.
Stewart got away from that defender for a moment.
Shoot it.
Better hurry. They got one on the clock. Johnson won't connect. Yeah, but he will get his own rebound.
And what's interesting at the high school level is if you get that 35-second clock going, you get the rebound, it goes back to 35. In college, it's 30, and then if you get the rebound, it resets to 20. So you get an offensive rebound, you can take up over a minute, minute and 10 seconds in theory.
That's right. Offensive boards could play a big factor when it comes to clock control. And you're going to call that one off the ball, so Webster will not get free throws. That last foul committed by Josh Ward of Maple Mountain, his first. Out front, Clayson.
We almost saw our second shot clock violation of the night. I don't know if I've seen one at the high school level ever in the games we've been doing.
I don't know either, but now we've got a foul against Spanish Fork. And
probably get Jacobson trying to do a little too much there.
That will be go against Jake Johnson, actually, on that one. It'll be his first. Stewart out for the Dons. Coming in, Gage Christensen for Spanish Fork. Baseline, down low, shot, no good. Johnson tried to block it out. And a nice job by Nash Jackson to get around him and swat it right back off of Johnson out of bounds.
Yeah, Nash is doing a great job for Maple Mountain. He made those first 2 threes. He's making a push for his case to be MVP Sports Player of the Game.
3 ball dropped by Britton Richmond. He has 5. First bucket of, sadly,
of the
quarter. Second quarter.
Both teams have been ice cold. Spanish Fork just seems out of sorts in this quarter on offense. Till then, of course.
Yeah, Ben Clayson with an answer, and the Dons right back within 2. Maple Mountain pushing it. Underneath to the outside. The 3 ball on its way, no good, and the ball out of bounds to the Eagles. That 3 attempt by Tice Evans.
Yeah. Webster for Spanish Fork 24 catches that ball. He got pushed a little bit by Nash. I think they could have called a foul there. Instead, they call it out on Webster.
3 ball once again for the Eagles. Unable to connect on that one as Cooper Day and the Dons push it. But Day there to pick it off.
That would have been a great idea if they would have done that immediately. Instead, they allowed Day to get back there on defense.
Underneath the right-hand shot, no good for Jackson. Here come the Dons.
Well, this quarter has not been as smooth as the first offensively for both teams.
Not so far, for sure. Johnson back out to Jacobson to Clayson. Underneath. Johnson, and he's going to get called on the charge. I guess he might have chucked an elbow in there.
Yeah, he might have moved his arm or done something like that, but from this angle, it looked pretty clean.
Substitutions for Maple Mountain. That'll be the second foul on Johnson. They're leaving him in. Maple Mountain across the timeline. They'll set for their half-court game.
Oh, great look.
And a nice play and a great shot. Elijah Lydiard with the bucket. 2016 Maple Mountain.
This quarter is flying by as both teams really not a whole lot of shots, not very many fouls.
Right side, Clayson back out top. 7 on the shot. Down to 2. 3 ball on its way. Christensen can't convert. Jacobson can't save. Back to the Eagles.
A great hustle by Jacobson. Brock at time unable to get it, and feels like Maple Mountain could go on a run here this whole quarter, but they just have been anemic themselves, just trading about bucket for bucket in this quarter.
3:03 remaining in the first half. Out front, Evans takes it to the rack and scores. That's his first bucket.
Yeah, what a spin move that time by Evans.
22-16. Maple Mountain, the Dons. So far, a dreadful second period. Only 3 to this point. Clayson out front.
How many does Maple Mountain have?
We got 7.
7, right?
Not a big brag quarter so far for either team, but Maple Mountain has extended their lead. Underneath Johnson, a whistle and a foul, and they're going to say a 2-shot foul coming.
2-shot foul, and they got Spanish Fork work down that shot clock to 1 second before that foul. They've been working it down multiple times.
Evans commits that foul as first. That's 2 team fouls, so both team with 2.
And I don't know if Spanish Fork's intentionally trying to work the clock, or if you got to give credit to Maple Mountain's defense for not allowing too many early looks.
First free throw of the game. Missed by Johnson. Free throw number 2 on its way. He can't connect, and the rebound to Spanish Fork. Jacobson flies in. Count it, and he's fouled.
All 5'10" of Brock Jacobson's able to get down there and get the rebound. I don't know what they list him at, but he seems to be the shortest guy in the court with the most heart. Got the rebound.
Yes, he does. He's in there, always in there on plays, and he's not going to back down from anybody. But that bucket there makes him an 8-point scorer here in the first half, as he will get the free throw here to try to make it 9. He got it. So the Dons right back into it. Just down just a score, 3 behind. Working it right side, and then we have a whistle and a travel. The Dons will get it back. Cole Erickson takes the extra step. 2:06 left here in the second. Spanish with 2 fouls committed. Maple with 3. Christensen goes hard, can't connect. Rebound to the Eagles.
That was a quick possession as Christensen takes it to the hoop, unable to convert. Great job by Maple Mountain wrangling up the rebound. Good defense, but it hasn't really manifested itself into turnovers or steals.
No. Out front, Erickson works it left side. Another 3 attempt for the Eagles. No good. That one attempted by Jackson, and here come the Dons. Stewart, the pass to Jacobson, back out. And a find a 3 ball by Christensen, can't convert.
A good passing by the Dons, and Christensen just unable to make it that time.
3 on its way, no good.
A lot of missed threes here tonight.
I'd say. Hernandez is not, well, he does catch up to it, and Clayson gets it.
Over.
The official goes down, and the ball out of bounds. Are they calling a foul on this? Better call a foul, I would assume. That was something else.
Yeah, it was fast, it was furious, it was exciting, and the ref ended up on the ground there trying to keep up with the action.
Fast, furious, excited. Official tumble. How can it get any better? To the line for 2 shots. Clayson got the first.
Hernandez is in there for the Dons. He's got to be careful. He's picked up 2. I don't also hear with 2 fouls is Nash Jackson, who's checking out for the Golden Eagles. Outside of that, I don't think there's too much foul trouble.
Both fall for Clayson. He has 5. Dons to within 1. Just under a minute remaining here in period number 2.
Great trap, but they leave too many guys open underneath.
Ball out of bounds. Who touched it last?
Officials not wanting to make a decision there.
I
was pretty close. I couldn't tell you who was off.
Yeah, they give it to Maple Mountain. It was close to see who the last one was. I thought Maple Mountain touched it first, but doesn't matter what I think. So the Eagles have it, and the corner 3 again. A big air ball, and here come the Dons. Placing across the timeline. It's about a second between shot and game.
Yeah, and surprisingly, the Dons can take the lead here and into the half. They play to the last second, but either way, this has been maybe a quarter to forget.
Not been an offensive juggernaut, that's for sure.
And I think both defenses have played good, but it feels like there was a lot of missed shots. We got a charge.
And that's on Hernandez, so that's 3 on him. And that is going to bring him right back to the bench as Johnson coming right back in. Got to be careful.
3 team fouls on the Dons this quarter, so most likely we won't see any freebies from the penalty.
No. And Maple Mountain yet to attempt a 3-point shot or a free throw. They've attempted plenty of threes, but no free throws. And that is how the first half is going to end, with a whimper. The Dons 21, the Eagles 22. The second half coming up.
The best time to check your furnace is before it fails, and you can rely on Triple T to do the job right. Our technicians are trained every year so you can sleep better at night, knowing your furnace is safe to operate. Call Triple T at 798-7711 to schedule your tune-up today.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact local agent Lance Wilson for your personal price plan today.
First half, not overly offensively exciting as the cheer group and drill get set to do their thing. I think cheer actually is going to be doing their, I think they had cheer competition, so they'll probably be doing their routine. So when that gets underway, we'll go ahead and cut out. But Chris, taking a look at it, the Dons, Brock Jacobson had 9. You had 2 others with 5 with Clayson and Christensen. Then on the Maple Mountain side, you had 3 players with 5, Cromanhook, Jackson, and Richmond. So the Dons and the Eagles have a lot of work to do to close this one out the way they'd like to.
Both teams had a lot of open looks. Maple Mountain in particular had a lot of open looks from 3, just unable to connect. So it might just come down to which team can hit more shots. But both teams are getting good looks, and the defense is tough, but it feels like both teams are playing a little bit like they're not here to win, but rather let's not lose this game. I don't know if the pressure of the rivalries got to them, but that wasn't the cleanest half we've seen of Maple Mountain and Spanish Fort basketball.
No, by any means. And I wonder also, you have one of your starters for Spanish Fort, Cabrera, leave the game with an injury, and we didn't see him get back out there on the bench. Hopefully he'll be okay, but that first half really was, I mean, you look at it, the Dons just really, in a lot of ways in particular, not able to get into a rhythm. We'll just let the cheer group do their thing. We'll take a quick break.
Dad, we got this.
We got this.
Let me check out something.
We got this. We got this.
Life is for living.
We got this.
Let's partner for all of it. Edward Jones.
Hi, welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
So here at Spanish Fork High School, 22-21 lead for the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles. Chris, tonight's sponsor for our keys to the game is Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, and give them a quick shout out. But let's see how these keys are holding up for both of these teams.
Yeah.
Really.
I think Maple Mountain's doing a little bit better job of controlling the tempo. They're getting shots earlier in the shot clock. Seems like Spanish Forks had to throw up a couple of prayers. Or, with that said, both teams have had shot clock violations or near there.
Yeah.
Scoring from the perimeter, Maple Mountain, I think they've hit a few more threes, but Spanish Forks hit a couple themselves.
They've hit one more three, so they have four to three.
4 to 3. If one of those teams can get going, I think that could be a big difference. And not a whole lot of turnovers being created, so if somebody can get some turnovers and turn that into transition buckets, I think that would allow them to win. But I think the biggest thing is just hitting those open shots for Maple Mountain. They're getting open shots, and for Spanish Fork, they're going to have to figure out what their identity is on offense, because I'm not exactly sure what they were trying to do down there. Yep. But they got a whole halftime to figure that out.
That's why they have it. Get these teams measured up to go. Why don't you talk real quick about Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, since they're that sponsor, and we haven't had really a timeout to talk about any of our sponsors to this point.
Yeah, Triple T Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical. They're at 1550 North Main Street, right here in Spanish Fork. You can give them a call at 801-798-7711. Their website's tripletheating.com, and it's been freezing, so make sure you get your furnace taken care of if you need to.
Yeah, it's been pretty cold, but we're going to get a nice break in that for the next few days, thankfully, and that'll be a good time to get everything tuned up. You got to have your air conditioner ready for when it gets warm also. So
yeah, this climate change is no joke, and Triple T will help you whether it's hot or cold.
You don't want any major climate change in your house.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
let's keep it in the 70s.
Definitely. And thinking about this first half, as we talked about it earlier, the scoring, I mean, Maple Mountain does a good job anyway at spreading the scoring out. But, yeah, you got three guys with 5 points. And Spanish has a couple with 5, but Brock Jacobson really came out strong as an offensive scorer tonight with 9 points. And we'll see how he impacts the game here in the second half. I do believe that I see Cabrera over there coming out of the training room, but he's still hobbled and he's not out there warming up, so I don't expect to see him out there.
Yeah, it's good to see him in his uniform, but I don't expect him playing. We'll officially put him as doubtful for the second half, and Maple Mountain's out as well. And yeah, like you said, they've got balanced scoring, and really Maple Mountain, if you look at how many points their team averages, they've got 5 guys over 6, but nobody averaging even 10, with Lydiard at 9.8 as being the leading scorer. So yeah, sometimes it's good to have a leader, though, that hey, we need to go get a bucket. Let's get it in their hands. And Spanish Fork has that with Christensen, who's averaging 16 on the season, but he only has 5, and he had 0 last week. So he's kind of in a little bit of a funk. Hopefully he can get back in the groove.
Well, we're about to see how that groove goes here in the third quarters. We're set to get things back underway with the third quarter set to begin. Be interesting to see what adjustments each of these teams have made.
And I'm hoping we get a little bit more octane here in the offense. It's been a defensive battle, but I'm all about the points.
Definitely.
Selfishly.
Me too, actually. However, it gives us a chance to catch our breath, and like last week, it was just up and down the floor every single time. Those games can get a little rough on us.
Yeah.
So we are set to begin. Dons will bring Stewart out to start in place of Cabrera or Hernandez, either way you look at it, because Johnson's replaced the other one. So yeah. Cabrera and Hernandez not starting.
Hernandez, they're probably trying to save him and not get that fourth foul here.
Cabrera down at the far end of the bench, so his night probably done. Which is not a good thing for Spanish Fort, seeing how they have those size issues. And we have a travel. Ball of the Dons.
You gotta remember which foot's your pivot foot sometimes, and Allen took that little hop step, and good call by the official. Not the way you want to start out if you're a Golden Eagle fan here.
That's for sure. Stewart trying to look low, brings it back out to Christensen. Evan Stewart. He's not on the board yet for Spanish Fort, but he's definitely a threat to put the ball in.
This Maple Mountain defense, really. Spanish Fort has no answers. The shot clock's down to 5 seconds here.
Stewart's going to have to hustle, and he does. Made connection with the rim. The clock doesn't matter because it's out of bounds.
That's probably not the look that Coach Johnson wants, but...
Garrett Johnson in his, I believe, is it his third year now? Or is it just his second?
I think it's third or fourth.
Yeah. Johnny Averett has been at the high school since they started.
I think he was there when Brother Brigham established it.
Yeah. It was 2008. So he's been head coach now, go on 17 years.
Yeah, and they were pretty famous, the Averetts. When I was at Springville, they were
tough players.
They were all they all made the team, and Jimmy was my age, and he was no exception.
Yeah. Got a whistle and a foul against Maple Mountain. That will be against number 13, Nash Jackson. It's third. Stewart at the key angle right, a whistle and foul off the ball, or no, 3 second violation against the Dons.
Johnson was putting a camp in there, and decided that he was going to set up a city, and the refs catch it. And two just horrible possessions for the Dons. There's only one way to go up, maybe.
Can't waste the clock, and then you can't.
And then on the other end, the Golden Eagles get a good look, and they're just not connecting.
It's offensive bedlam. And a turnover will give the ball back to the Eagles.
Yeah, first 2 minutes of the quarter, no points.
There's a wide open look for three. Unable to connect is Allen, and the Eagles able to get the rebound. They better call a timeout, but instead they're going to get a foul against Spanish Fork, and they're going to get Jacobson.
Yeah, I thought Everett was going to go out there and call a timeout. Instead, they do get a foul, and that's just the second team foul of the quarter.
Long three ball on its way, unable to connect on that as Curlman hooked. The Dons get the board.
4 open looks for the Golden Eagles behind the arc this quarter, and unable to connect on any of them.
Jacobson gets it over. They get it to Christensen. He has to pick up his dribble and gives it back to Brock. Had a look at three, didn't take it, and then throws it away.
Back-to-back turnovers for the Golden Eagles. For the Dons.
Nice easy lay-in there for Elijah Lydiard. That is the first bucket of the third quarter, 3 minutes in.
Yeah, and Maple Mountain has a 24-21 lead.
Stewart, hard dribbles, goes up with the right hand, got it. Evan Stewart.
Nice post up there, and we got ourselves a timeout.
First timeout of the ball game happens here with 4:51 remaining here in the third. We've got a list of sponsors that we need to get to. Tell us about one, Chris.
Yeah, we got MVP Sports. You can find them at 82 East, 900 North. Their new location. Give them a call at 801-798-3587. Also, check out their website, mvpsportsutah.com. You can get customized uniforms, equipment, of course, your shoes and sporting goods there as well. Let's give another shout out here to Lance Wilson, State Farm Insurance, 220 North Main Street in Spanish Fork. If you need insurance, home, property, life, banking products, annuities, those type of things, give Lance Wilson a call at 801-798-9288 or visit lancewilsoninsurance.com. And why not one more? We're on a roll. Two Jacks Pizza. We had our pregame pizza from Two Jacks. It's the best pizza you'll ever taste. You can give them a call at 801-798-8601 or just go for lunch, which is fantastic, to 30 North Main Street here in Spanish Fork.
I, of course, like to thank our sponsors. That was a good three-sponsor timeout. Nice job, Chris.
Ah, well, somebody's on their offensive game tonight.
That's you. These two offenses are showing up, aren't they?
In the fourth. We're trying to build up the tension.
Each team with two here in the third quarter.
Great defense by Spanish Fork, nearly causing a turnover. We got a flop, and they're going to
call a foul on Johnson, and the bucket goes for Cole Erickson. I thought
that should have been a no call. I think Johnson did flop. Bucket was good. Really didn't have any impact on the play.
Johnson out, Peyton Webster in. For Johnson, that'll be his third.
And that's kind of a little bit of an issue. They've only got Stewart that's got any height for the Dons right now, as Cabrera went out with an injury. And Hernandez is on the bench. He's got 3 fouls. I'm surprised they didn't bring him back in. But at some point, you got to play those guys. You get 5 of them.
Erickson dumps the Charity Stripe point, and that's a 27-23 lead now for Maple Mountain. 4 points, 4:24 remaining in the third. Christensen for 3, doesn't connect.
A great screen by Jacobson, and Christensen's just off tonight.
Yeah, he hasn't really been able to connect at all. Richmond kicks it over to the right, and a 3-ball by Elijah Lydiard. That's 7 for him.
Yeah, great look, and finally the Golden Eagles able to get a 3 to go down. They've gotten plenty of looks in this quarter and have a 7-point lead.
Clayson cannot connect on the layup, and Maple Mountain in possession.
Athene was 97% of the way down for Clayson and popped back up.
Yep. Unable to get it. Christensen from the right side. Couple dribbles, brings it back out, and then he throws it away. They say it was touched by Erickson and out of bounds, and that will bring a substitution. Coming in, Cooper Day. Heading out, Zach Allen. Clayson, Stewart. Baseline jumper can't connect. Rebound back to, looks like to the Dons, but we have a timeout. Spanish Fork. 3:24 left. I'm sure it'll just be a 30-second.
Looks like.
Let's take a look really quick, Chris. Let's lay off sponsor for just a minute. Take a look at what's coming up for Spanish Fork in particular for the games moving forward.
For Spanish Fork, They are at Salem Hills on Tuesday, and then our next broadcast will be the Springville Red Devils coming here to La Hacienda Numero Dos, and we'll have the girls' game, I believe, and the boys' varsity for you next week. So it will be the girls' game first. It's been confirmed, so join us for that. If you can't make it here, watch it on your 17 app. If you can't do that, stream it on YouTube. Spanish Fork 17 is the channel for that.
For Maple Mountain, they've got game coming up against Springville next Tuesday at 7. And then they have Salem Hills a week from tonight. Wasatch and Timpview close out the remainder of their schedule for the season. So covering both teams, we got to make sure we play fair as best we can, even though we usually just use Spanish.
Yeah, I got on Google Maps. I'm halfway between both high schools, so I love them both.
I'm only a couple blocks away from here, so I can't say much.
Actually, my daughter figured that out on Google Maps, and we were the same distance from both schools.
Foul against the Eagles, and that will go against... Okay, that'll go against Britton Richmond, his first. Team foul number 2. Dons take it out underneath. Stewart goes right side. Christensen 3. No, it looked like he had it. And then a foul against the Dons will go against Peyton Webster.
I think they're going to get Jacobson, but I thought I saw Webster extend, to your point.
So did I.
I saw Webster extend his arms. I don't know why they got Jacobson. I agree with the foul. I just don't think they got it on the right player. But the rest of the way in this game, the Eagles will be shooting. The rest of this quarter.
Yeah. Going to be a penalty situation moving forward. A wide open layup for Richmond. He's got 7.
Yeah, some great off-the-ball screens setting that up early for Richmond.
Maple Mountain beginning to pull away here in the third quarter. Christensen fouled. Are they going to allow him shots is the question.
They're going to allow him shots. I thought he was down, but
I did too.
The Dons need all the help they can get as they've only got 2 in the quarter.
The Dons not struggling here in the second half. They're down 9. So these 2 free throws pretty big.
Not that the Golden Eagles are lighting it up, but
can't connect on free throw number 1. They'll get one more. Into the game for the Dons. Hernandez coming out. Stewart.
Hernandez needs to be semi-aggressive but not stupid, as he's got the 3 fouls.
Yeah, very careful.
I still think you got to play aggressive. Some guys, they get in foul trouble and it's like they give up.
Second free throw falls for Christensen. He has 6.
Oh, that's a travel.
Averett trying to call timeout, and then they're going to get Spanish Fork on the foul against Christensen.
That's it. I believe that number 11, I got to get to my roster, Bench.
Yeah.
I thought he traveled. Actually, that was 10.
Yeah, that was Cromanhook.
I thought he traveled. He fell. His feet were flopping on the ground a little bit, but no call there.
That foul is going to go against Gage Christensen. 3 on him.
3 on a lot of guys for the Dons now, and got to be careful because the Golden Eagles will be shooting the rest of this quarter.
Tice Evans knocks down the first, so yeah, the Dons are really in a tough position here with as much time as they've got left here in the third quarter at 2:37. Can't be getting caught doing much of anything at this point, especially being down 10 and a timeout.
30 seconds.
Taken by Spanish Fork.
Or Maple Mountain. Johnny
Maple
Everett.
Mountain took it. So Johnny takes that timeout. 2:36 remaining here in the third, Chris. Who else do we have to thank tonight?
Yeah, see who we've got. Sorry, as I flip through the book. We got Spanish Fork Community Network. Give them a call at 801-798-2877. Get the cable that's on the app now. Get the internet. It's built for speed. I've got the fiber internet as well. So I'd like to thank them for bringing this broadcast possible and all the ones this season. We've got 2 more to go after this, Alan. But my goodness, the reffing here, while It's been okay, but I think that last sequence got botched a little bit in my opinion. Thought there was a travel there, but nonetheless, Maple Mountain's able to take advantage of it and get a free throw.
Yes, 10-point lead now for the Eagles. The Dons are going to get possession with 2:36 remaining here in the third. Jacobson will bring the ball up the floor for Spanish Fork. Gage Christensen into the ball game. The Dons are all with their starters, with the exception, of course, of Cabrera. And Webster is in there for him, and a foul against Maple Mountain against Josh Ward. His second. That's 14 fouls on the Eagles, so the Dons will be the benefactors of a penalty situation if any more fouls should occur here in the third quarter. Hernandez fighting his way down low, and he makes it with the right hand.
And that's been one of the issues that Spanish Fork's had, is they really haven't had their two big guys, Cabrera and Hernandez, down low most of the game, and we got to travel.
Yeah, definitely, and it is called, and the Dons will get possession back. 2:08 remaining and down 8.
So we'll see if Spanish Fork can take advantage of maybe Hernandez down low. That was a great post up. We saw Evan Stewart post up for the Dons earlier as well.
Jacobson to Christensen, back to Brock. Going right to Hernandez, backs out. 3 ball on its way by Clayson, can't convert. And the Dons take it away on the rebound. And an easy bucket for Peyton Webster.
Yeah, great job by Jacobson stealing that ball and getting it to Webster for the easy layup, and we got a foul by Jacobson.
That foul on Jacobson will be his third. And, of course, penalty situation will put Eagles back to the free throw line. That's Tice Evans.
Yeah, Tice Evans will be able to make it.
He's even knocked down his last 2.
Scoring's picked up here a little bit in this last minute or two. That's been great for both teams, but a little too much pressure there by Jacobson picking up the foul.
Evans rattles the first one out.
Think about everybody for the Dons as Jacobson picks up his third foul, has about 3 fouls now as well. That could become an issue.
Yeah, definitely, and he'll come out. Spanish Fork will bring into the game number 2. I don't know if I have him down here. That is
Olsen.
Okay, that's right. Austin Olsen into the game for the Dons. Christensen for 3.
Just.
And it hits the support to the basket.
Christensen just is not able to get much of a rhythm tonight. He's was averaging 18 until they played Orem. He didn't score any. That dropped him to 15, and tonight might not help Christensen as well. Golden Eagles 1-4 in region, and Spanish Fork 3-2, but they're pretty close in the RPI.
Yeah. Down low and a shot up, no good, and there's number 4 on Hernandez.
That was a pretty athletic move that time, though, by Evans. I was going to say Clayson. I'm like, well, it's not Clayson. We know the Spanish Fork roster is a little bit better. We're getting to know the Maple Mountain ones tonight, so my apology.
Yeah, definitely. Here comes Johnson in for Hernandez. Maple Mountain taking advantage of the penalty situation against Spanish Fork, getting a lot of freebies.
They missed the last 2.
Except for that last one.
Evans able to connect. Well, the 2 before that one.
He's been the one that's been to the line the entire time in the bonus situation. So, the Dons back in possession with 45 left. Clayson to
I don't know how Webster got in there. I don't know how that wasn't a foul. But a good look by Clayson, and ball don't lie as it goes out of bounds and comes back to the Dons. I think the officials missed a foul on Clayson.
Richmond dribbles it off his shoe. That'll give the ball back to the Dons with 24 ticks left here in the third quarter, down 8.
Can hold for the last shot if you're the Dons here.
Olsen up top. You go right side, Webster.
Bad spacing right there for the Dons.
Johnson trying to spin, and a foul will send Jake Johnson back to the free throw line because now the Dons taking advantage of a penalty situation. 15 foul against Maple Mountain. Josh Ward picking up his third.
Yeah, this third quarter, I think we could call it Foul Fest 25.
Call it something. First free throw, good. For Johnson, previously had missed 2 free throws as Stewart will come in for the Dons, taking the place of Gage Christensen to give him an extra breath. Dons again.
Also probably trying to avoid getting a 4th foul as well.
That many seconds remaining, you don't need any more pickups. Second rattles off, rebound, and a foul against Spanish Fork. Webster
Webster reaches in, the official calls it, and that's just something you just got to let it go.
That much time left on the clock, and they have to travel the length of the floor. I don't see why you'd.
Ward's going to shoot these for Maple Mountain. And the Golden Eagles smartly keep everybody off the free throw line.
Yeah, no need catching anybody in any hot water as Ward misses the first. And the second unable to convert. Dons will have to launch it as Clayson does. And the third quarter ends with a whimper for the Spanish Fort Dons. Maple Mountain taking a 7-point lead into the fourth. 36-29. We'll be right back.
Dad, we got this.
We got this.
Come check out town, okay?
We got this. We got this.
Life is for living.
We got this.
Let's partner for all of it. Edward Jones.
Hi, welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
(36-29), the lead for the Eagles as we head to quarter number 4. Chris, this game, least offensively for Spanish Fort, had 13 points in the first, 8 in the second, 8 in the third. The Dons, if they're going to have an opportunity to win this game, they're going to at least have to put up a good 16, 17, 18 spot on the Eagles.
And they're capable of it. I think one thing that needs to get going is Gage Christensen. He needs to start hitting those shots. And I think if you're Coach Johnson, at some point you just got to put in Hernandez and trust that he doesn't pick up that 5th foul, because he does you no good on the bench, and that seems to be the go-to guy inside now that Cabrera is out of the game. And that's really maybe taking some of the wind out of this Spanish Fork cell is the injury to Cabrera early in this game. And
then also you have to keep in mind the fact that Andy Hernandez has missed a large chunk of this game in foul trouble. And he's another athletic player down low for Spanish Fork who can create. Right-hand shot, no good. Attempted there by Jackson. The Dons have it. So as I mentioned, the Dons with a 7-point deficit to recover from. Shot up and good by Clayson, so a good start for the Dons.
Yeah, nice double pump that time by Clayson as he hung in the air forever. good start. Dons get a bucket here. See if the Golden Eagles can get one themselves, but a lot better start than the third and second quarter for the Dons.
3 ball on its way, no good, and a rebound underneath, back to the Eagles. Jackson can't convert, but on the rebound, Jack Bench with the bucket.
A great third look there for the Golden Eagles. Bench connecting on the third one. What they say, third time's the charm.
Well, so back to a 7-point lead, and down low, we have a whistle against the Eagles. Who do they catch on this one?
Lydiard with the slap on Johnson's hand.
So for Lydiard, that's just his first. Stewart down low. Johnson pushes it up. Scored it. Jake Johnson.
What a spin move for Jacob Johnson that time.
Baseline and out for the Eagles. They'll reset. 6:24 remaining.
Yeah, 5-point lead here for the Golden Eagles. You don't have to hurry. Both teams have been using up big chunks of the shot clock. That's why we're in the 30s and not the 50s at this point in the ball game.
6:10 remaining, and a whistle and a foul down low against Spanish Fork. And who are they going to get with this one? Looks like Johnson maybe, or Clayson. Clayson now, I believe, with his second. That's all. Far cry from the game against Orem. He was the one in a lot of foul trouble. Maple Mountain had a wide open guy underneath, and then they travel out top by Day. And Spanish will get the ball back. So still just a 5-point lead for the Eagles. This game can swing either way at any given moment.
Yeah, the Dons on a 4-2 run this quarter so far.
Might be the biggest run we've seen all night. For either team. Shot up, no good by Christensen. Rebound in Maple Mountain. Here they come.
That 4-2 walk.
Cole Erickson goes right side. They bring it back up top to him. Going down the lane. Can't convert, and the ball. Call out of bounds.
I think they get a foul on 13.
They do. That will go against Nash Jackson. And that will be 3 for him. 4.
Hernandez with 4 fouls as well, checking into the ball game.
They're going to go big. They're going to keep Johnson in there and team him up with Hernandez. Try to give the Dons a little better of an opportunity down low. Again, I mean, you have to wonder to yourself right now, Chris, what if Aaron Dunn was still here?
They probably have a big presence inside at a minimum that would open up the outside shootings, my guess. Instead, he is a, oh my goodness.
Johnson goes in a little too hard on that one.
Great position, though, by Erickson of the Golden Eagles, and that gives Johnson his 4th foul.
Don's just 2 fouls away from having nothing but point guards on the floor.
That could get exciting.
Let's let them rain. 5:19 remaining in the 4th. Ball tipped away, and here come the Dons. And taken right back away, and once again taken away. Turnover in about a matter of 3 seconds. Clayson drains it. 10 for Ben Clayson.
And just like that, it's a 2-point lead for the Golden Eagles. And Hernandez, I thought, got a little bit of peace on that still. I thought there for a second he might be fouled out.
Or what, did they just decide not to count the bucket there because you got a 36
Yeah,
lead?
they got it up there.
Got another sponsor or two we can talk about? Maybe.
Yeah, we got 2 more. Let's cover them.
Hey, which ones?
We got the Utah Legal Team. You can find them at utahlegalteam.com. Get your free consultation for any legal services you need. Give them a call at 801-798-9000. And then, well, we'll get the next one. We got one more to get to, and we'll get it the next time out. But Maple Mountain really just turning it over multiple times, leading to Spanish Fork buckets here. So the momentum has shifted the Dons' way.
Still plenty of time left here in the 4th quarter, and a game tight like this, every foul, every possession matters. Both teams at this point with 2 team fouls. A plethora of players that are in
foul trouble.
Serious foul trouble. And currently Spanish Fort with 2 of them on the floor. And they're 2 big guys, Johnson and Hernandez, each with 4. Maple Mountain with the ball. The Dons bigs are going to have to take it easy, and don't be surprised if you know that Coach Averett from Maple Mountain is going to tell them, attack the bigs. Get them out of the way.
Now, this isn't his first year coaching basketball. As a matter of fact, it's probably like he's 16, 17, maybe even more. I don't know how long the high school's been open.
Yeah, it's been 16 years.
Oh, what a look. And Golden Eagles have had to have plenty of threes. If they lose this, they'll be able to look back at that. What a
save by Christensen on that
throws
pass.
It right into Clayson's face, though. He's struggling. At least he was able to catch it off his face. It's a lot worse when you miss the catch off your face. We got a tie ball game.
Gage Christensen making hay when it matters most. Knocks down the bucket and the foul. That gives him 8.
Wondering if there's more students around the arena than in the bleachers. There is a ton up here on the track.
There's a lot of people up high.
We might need some security for these games. I'm getting a little nervous with all these kids around us.
Can't convert to take the lead. 38 all. 4:23 remaining in the game. Eagles working it up top. Elijah Lydiard has it. Gave it up. The Dons get the steal. Jacobson taking it to the rack. Puts it up, won't go. He's fouled. And that will be the 4th team foul against Maple Mountain. And the Dons will be in penalty from now on.
Yeah, the Golden Eagles are falling apart. They have an 8-point lead coming into this quarter. And they've given that up.
Scored just 2 here
points.
In the 4th.
You had plenty of good looks from behind the arc, just unable to hit them here.
Jacobson knocks down the first of 2. 39-38 Spanish. Second, got it. Jacobson with 11. 4:05 remaining and a 2-point Spanish Fork lead. Right side 3 on its way and good. An answer, Elijah Lydiard. And he has 10.
And finally they take the lid off the basket here. They've had so many looks from behind the arc, just not falling, and that one goes in.
I halfway expect this to just go back and forth till this buzzer sounds. Christensen can't convert on his 3 attempt. The Eagles with it. Working it right side. That was definitely a travel. He picked it up way before he stopped running. The Dons will get the ball back. So turnovers will play a huge impact in this final 3:21. Turnovers and fouls. Dons have committed 2 to this point. Maple Mountain 4.
I was half expecting the Dons not to get 40 the way the first 3 quarters were going, and they've really picked it up here. Yeah. Golden Eagles now are the anemic offensive team.
They have. Dons picked it up. The Eagles have not, and Hernandez bounces it off his own toe. So the Eagles back in possession of the ball with just over 3 minutes remaining.
Yeah, good double team that time by the Golden Eagles, really forcing Hernandez to be erratic with the basketball that time.
Three ball on its way. Good. The bucket drained by Lydiard, and he's the one who is coming up big in the clutch for the Eagles.
Yeah, you can't give Lydiard an inch or he'll hit that 3 on you, and he does that time.
Scored 11 in the second half and a steal. Jacobson strips it, and it goes off the foot of Clayson. Nice hustle play.
Great hustle. Trying to make up for the errant pass that time.
Maple Mountain definitely needing to stay out of foul, giving up cheap fouls and giving the Dons time to get clock stoppage points. They've done a good job as 4 fouls. That was very close. And we have a timeout taken by Coach Averett, and he just wants 30 seconds on it. Tell us about that final sponsor, Chris.
Right.
I think it has something to do with the mayor or something like that. Am I right?
I'm not going to spread any rumors here, but check out Edward Jones, Mike Mendenhall, Tyler Mendenhall, Financial Advisors, 230 North Main Street here in Spanish Fork. Give them a call at 801-798-5360 for all your advice. And with all the executive orders we got going on in this country, good luck on trying to figure how to invest. So maybe Edward Jones, Mike Mendenhall, Tyler Mendenhall can help you out.
Yeah. So we'll give them a look. I think they're located, I believe, at 230.
Yeah. 230 North Main. A lot of great Main Street sponsors.
Maple Mountain 2 inbound. Lydiard will inbound it. Get it right out to Cole Erickson. And if you're the Eagles, you're going to want to try to take as much as you can off the clock.
That almost looked like a self-defense shot that time by Allen for Maple Mountain.
Not a good look for sure. Hernandez, right side. Got to keep that arm down.
Oh, nice block.
Hernandez gets it back and scores it. Brings it to a 2-point game once again.
Yeah,
timeout, Spanish.
Nash Jackson got the block there, but unable to get all of it. Hernandez, nice job sticking with it.
This one's a full timeout. As going forward, looking forward, each of these teams, you knew coming into this one, Chris, that this is just going to be a flat-out battle. Maple Mountain and Spanish had a dogfight up at Maple Mountain High School earlier in the year, and now here we are a couple weeks later, and we got it once again. Why not?
I think that one was a 58-55, something like that, that first game.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, so why would it surprise you to think for any amount of time that we wouldn't see another dogfight like we're seeing tonight? But
well, and it's one of those games where we might head into overtime, but last bucket might win. We might have an overtime game. Stay tuned. Buckle up.
Yeah, this is when it's going to get interesting with only a couple minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. We'll take a look again at the team fouls. Maple Mountain has committed 4. The Dons just 2. So
Dons might need to commit one here and there if you don't have very many fouls, just to get to close to the bonus in case you need it.
Who can commit a foul at this point? That's a question.
No
Clayson
one. Clayson, I think, has 1. Everybody else.
Timeout. Maple Mountain. 22 left on the shot clock. And what are we going to call here? Full or a half? 30 seconds, a full timeout. So
Maple Mountain's coaching staff's going nuts.
I think they suspected a few
fouls,
extra hacks in there, but I want to remind you something. You can see us on YouTube. Anyone, anywhere can watch the replay of this game and other Spanish Fork 17 programs on our YouTube channel. Totally on demand at youtube.com/Spanish Fork 17. Share the info with your friends and family now, especially those that don't live here in town. You know, a lot of alumni who would like to see the new gym, the new high school, stuff like that. Definitely have them watch any of our programming on Spanish Fork 17 on YouTube. You can live stream these games all of Spanish Fort 17 in exclusivity on sfcn.org, and you can click on the Watch 17 button on the home page. So, yeah, and other ways you can tune in. Certainly now streaming. I've got my app on my phone. I'm happy that I can just watch Spanish Fort SFCN anywhere on my smartphone or my iPad.
Yeah, 15 years ago, you had to have the cable channel, and we'd record it, and Tuesday night, 5 nights later, it'd be on the television. You could watch it. We're live now. It's fantastic, the technology we have at SFCN.
Unable to convert the shot. The Dons tip it. Maple Mountain gives it back to Spanish Fort with just over a minute to go.
Dons, plenty of time, just down 2, can get a good look here.
Clayson goes down low. Johnson struggles to hang on, gets it. Ball tipped away from him, 19 on the clock.
He got trapped, double teamed there. Clayson, though.
Clayson outside, the ball knocked away, and a foul against Johnson disqualifies him.
And Johnson's just in a bad spot there by Clayson's pass. Clayson had the look. I think he needs to take it. Dons have been a little tentative at times.
Into the ball game will be Peyton Webster, giving up a couple inches. So the Dons are a little bit shorter than they were. Not that they really had much of a height advantage on anybody coming into this game anyway, but especially now. 46 ticks left. 2-point lead for the Eagles. They break the press, lay it up and score on the break. The bucket there by Nash Jackson.
Don's got to get 2, and they got to go quick.
3-ball! Christensen.
Don's down by 1. We got 31 seconds with a 35-second shot clock, so you can be aggressive, get that steal. If you don't foul, you get another shot at it, because Dons just have 3 team fouls. Now, the problem is
you don't have a shot clock.
You don't have a shot clock, but you have a lot of guys in foul trouble. So
definitely,
you got to be careful who commits that foul, but definitely try and get that steal. If not, you've got to foul twice to put the Eagles on the line. So I'm trying to trap here if I'm the Dons.
Oh, I definitely am going to force them into. I mean, of course, they're going to apply full court pressure and try to pick up the turnover, but the second they get over that timeline, you need to have somebody there to make the quick slap on the wrist. 46-45, Maple Mountain with the lead, trying to exact revenge on this Dons team who entered the Eagles' nest. Is that what they call it? If they don't, they should.
I don't know what they call it.
But they go over there, take one away from Maple Mountain. Maple Mountain.
Maybe they call it the Mountain Gym. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maple Syrup Gym. I don't know. It's interesting.
46-45.
It's interesting when they built the 2 new high schools in the 2000s. They decided to go for the birds with the nicknames, the Skyhawks and the Golden Eagles. Why not? Great job. Near 5-second call there.
Yeah, almost, but he was able to get it away. Don's looking to foul now for sure. Instead, Maple Mountain's just burning clock. Dons can't catch him. Jacobson tries the ankle tackle.
Nearly gets it. Instead, he just picks up the foul.
So that foul committed by Jacobson is now his 4th.
It is a lot different doing broadcasts here, Alan, at this gym than the old one. We got all sorts of people just standing by us hanging out anymore.
See those windows over there on the west side of the gym?
Yeah, there's kids hanging
out
everywhere.
They need to make a booth right up there and just stick us in there.
Right.
No, it's fine. Done plenty of games on the road. We're used to it by now. But to the free throw line for the Eagles is going to be Solomon Cromanhook. That foul committed by Clayson is his 3rd. So the Dons have they only able to allow 2 seconds to tick off that clock in that last play. First one, no good. Roman Hook misses a crucial one.
I guarantee you this has been a greatly attended game. There's probably more people in here than everybody was actually sitting in a seat.
Yeah.
So that's great to see this attendance.
Definitely. Free throw number 2 is going to be on its way with a 1-point lead for the Eagles, looking to add on, and Croman Hook drops it.
Well,
Dons will not call a timeout, and they have Clayson bringing it up the right-hand side. The Dons need just 2. Clayson to the rack, doesn't convert.
Got a foul,
and
you got a foul.
Immediately will send to the free throw line. It looks like that's going to be Jackson. So Nash Jackson to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Webster picks up his second, but you can't hesitate there. I don't know what the timeout situation is for the Dons.
I don't know they have any left.
I don't know here, but they've got to go quick. And they got to hope one of these is a miss.
Free throw number 1 for Jackson. No.
So if he misses this, if you're the Dons, you've got to secure that rebound. And any shot, if he makes it, you got to look for that 3 ball, which probably means you're looking for Gage Christensen or Ben Clayson.
Second on the way. Don't convert. Dons have it. They have no timeouts, apparently. They push. Jacobson 3. Yes! Jacobson! And the Dons win the game over the Eagles!
Did they get a timeout? No, they're going to storm the court. The officials are going to get the heck out of here. But the bank is open late on a Friday night here at Spanish Fork. Oh, my goodness.
Chris, you usually have the option of choosing the player of the game. I'm going to steal it from you and hand it to Jacobson.
Well, Jacobson there. I think on the other side we'll probably have to go with Lydiard. But wow, we are getting swarmed with excitement up here in the booth.
Unbelievable. Dejected Maple Mountain fans celebrating on the floor of the Dons fans. And the Dons coming up with a huge 48-47 win. Did they have the lead in the second half
I don't think
they
had the lead at all. They played from behind, down 8 to start the fourth quarter.
Wow.
But, wow.
What a conclusion to this ball game. There's your MVP, sports MVP of the game on your screen.
I thought the Golden Eagles got a timeout with 1.2 seconds. I don't know if they had any, though. The kid was trying to signal it, but official ignored him, and that ends the game.
Did he call his bank is a question.
I think so. I heard it.
Okay. I did, too. I just wanted to make sure you heard it, too. Nevertheless, 48-47, your final score. We're going to take a break to get our nerves back, and we will be right back to recap this.
MVP Sports knows how you roll. You name the sport and we've got you covered. MVP Sports has all the gear you need to perform at your best. Come see our new location just off 900 North Main Street. You are the MVP at MVP Sports.
Hi, I'm Mike McKell.
I'm Shani Hunter, and we're attorneys at Utah Legal Team.
Utah Legal Team was voted one of the state's top personal injury law firms.
We deliver bigger payouts and faster results.
If you've been injured in a car accident, we can help. Call us for a free consultation.
Dad, we got this.
We got this.
Come check out town.
We got this. We got this.
Life is for living.
We got this.
Let's partner for all of it. Edward Jones.
The best time to check your furnace is before it fails, and you can rely on Triple T to do the job right. Our technicians are trained every year so you can sleep better at night, knowing your furnace is safe to operate. Call Triple T at 798-7711 to schedule your tune-up today.
You know who you are. You embrace the sounds of that dial-up modem, the door to the internet. But that was so slow. And you were all in with the cable modem and its zippy megabit speeds. But then the buffering started. Now, fiber is here. SFCN fiber is in your neighborhood, just steps away from your door. It's not the future, it's the now. No upgrade fees, no increase in your rates. So do it for the children, do it for yourselves. End the buffering, embrace the fiber.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact local agent Lance Wilson for your personal price plan today.
Hi, welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
I've seen conclusions to games, and I've seen even bigger wins than this in a conclusion to game. But this one, wow, what a play by Brock Jacobson to knock that one in to beat the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles.
Yeah, he gets the rebound on the missed free throw, takes it all the way down the other side of the court, hits the three. If you're Maple Mountain, you had free throws. You could have taken a 4-point lead. Instead, they missed a lot of free throws in this game, and I think that's really a lot of open threes. That they're going to look back at this game, and they're going to be like, geez, we really should have won it. We outplayed the Dons tonight, but the Dons still won anyways.
Yeah, they definitely did. They outplayed Spanish Fork in many facets of the game, but the only thing that really matters, that number on the scoreboard, 48-47 Spanish Fork. Take a look at a few stats you might be interested in. Of course, Brock Jacobson knocking down that three. He led the game in scoring. 14 points. Gage Christensen, 11 for the Dons, and Ben Clayson had 10 on the Maple Mountain side. It was more Elijah Lydiard than everyone else. He ended the game with 13 points. But that was something else, wasn't it, Chris? That's one where you just I'm glad I showed up tonight.
Glad I showed up. Great ending. When he shot that, I'm like, there's no way that thing's going in, and it banked right in. It wasn't the prettiest three-pointer, but it went in nonetheless.
It doesn't matter how pretty it is, but nevertheless, it's just kind of...
Might need to buy a new backboard after that shot.
Yeah, it was something. I mean, you usually typically see that shot and you're thinking, man, I hope he meant to do that, if nothing else, but... Anyway, you look at it, the Dons are going to move on with a 4-2 region record. Maple Mountain dropping to 1-5 in region play, but
some would say Maple Mountain's strength of schedule might have been a little tougher. Yeah, not everybody plays everybody twice, and it's a weird region. Yeah, it is. I mean, from a scheduling standpoint,
especially. I mean, the region just to me is overloaded. I don't know if they need to come up with more regions, but. If you're going to be in a region, in my opinion, you play everybody the same amount of times like it typically is.
Even if you have to play before Christmas.
Yeah, definitely. But nevertheless, we got to once again recognize tonight's MVP, sports MVP of the game, Brock Jacobson, finishing the game with 14 points to lead all scorers. And on the other side, Elijah Lydiard for the MVP of the game with 13 to lead the way for the Eagles. But we look forward to games coming up for both of these teams. We'll be back with you on next Friday as the Dons will be in this gym taking on the Springville Red Devils. Tune in at 5:15 for the girls game, right?
Girls game 5:15, boys at 7, and
Varsity at 7. And
what a finish tonight!
Yeah, we got our money's worth tonight, Chris. We got free admission. It was worth every penny.
Yeah, it was.
But hey, what a great game! And the great part is. You can replay this all you want just through your streaming. You can watch this play over and over again, and we encourage you to do that here on Spanish Fork 17, because what a finish. Again, I need to go get my breath back. But the final score of the Spanish Fork Dons 48, the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles 47. Chris, do you have any final words?
I'm just excited to see the Red Devils here next Friday and try and recover from this one.
Chris's alma mater will be here, so we got to try to keep him in check as much as we can, keep him from getting overly excited when the pesky Devils come in.
I'll do my best to keep it professional.
Once again, your final score, everyone, 48 Spanish Fork, 47 Maple Mountain. I'm Alan Huff along with Chris Hurst. From everybody from Spanish Fork 17, we thank you for joining us, and so long.